So we are back where we're reviewing cars that I keep asking you to not send me. And because we have 1,000 members in Discord now, that means that everyone wants to be a part of this series. So I'm gonna jump right into it. If I get the car right, okay, then I get a point. If I get the car wrong, I lose a point, and then I have to do a challenge at my live streams on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe because we're doing March Martini Madness, where we're posting every single day, Monday through Friday, and it is a lot of goddamn work. So if there's one thing I could ask, subscribe and follow along in the description and guess the cars as I guess them. And if you do better than me, then guess what, Chief? You can just have this seat. Skotadl said that he paid $1,700 in November of 2022 for his car. Got a custom exhaust with a Flowmaster, work LS 507s, 5x114.3, 225/30 19s. That is a stretch setup, boys. Timing belt and water pump. It says he has frame damage in the front. Fender wouldn't line up, so the paint cracked and got sticker bombed. I can call it now. The big brain is out for blood today. That is 100% an LS 400. No one puts work LS 507s on 225/30, some skinny boys, and says, you wanna know what I'm gonna put that on? Goddamn 300ZX. Let's take a look. Nailed it. Nailed it. Easy. The work wheels are kind of a dead giveaway because they're a super bulky wheel. They usually go on VIP cars. That's just kind of how it goes. Okay, Refriedd. Put those beans on my tacos. Got it for $15,000 in 2019. Silver's coilovers with air cups. That's pretty fancy. Work Bellagio's in 5x114.3, 19x9, 19x10 wrapped in 225/35 19s, 235/35 19 Federals, 280-ish horsepower. Ignition replacement for a misfire. I feel like I could double down in the Lexus game with this. 19x9s and 19x10s. That could also be a 350Z. That could also be a 370Z. 370Z going in. God! Shit. It's a Toyota Mark II Tourer, okay, 1993. This thing's pretty flippin' sick. I love these four-door sedans that had decent power plants and were a ton of fun to toss sideways. When I was in Japan and I was asking what car should you buy if you wanted just an everyday good budget drift car that will just stay alive for as long as possible, and the number one answer was a JZX90, followed shortly behind by the JZX100. The JZX90 was cheaper and it was a little just better to get around with. The JZX100 is getting marked up to the goddamn sky because people overseas keep buying them. All right, we're jumping into the next one. I'm just kind of running around. Right now I'm at 0 points. Uncle Ben spent $13,000 in 2020. He's got a Boomba BOV BC Racing coilovers, 3 SDM 18x8.5. It's a Volkswagen. It's not a goddamn Volkswagen. Who puts 3 SDMs on a non-Volkswagen? 2060 Hyundai Valentia Turbo. Okay. It's got 201 horsepower. It's practically a KDM Volkswagen. All right, now I'm at -1. This is really kind of pissing me off a little bit. Okay, anyway, we're going back into it. If it's still on, yes, it is Yan Inc., and I'm gonna guess your car. He said he spent $7,000 CAD, okay? CAD drawing. It's got a refreshed model bumper, wing, and headlight taillights from a sister brand. The Hyundai OEM Veloster wheel bolt pattern. Problem is, it's got a Ziploc bag stuck inside the turbo, making the car not run. And the worst thing is the radio system. I removed it and simply cut the pigtail. It was a fire hazard. Would it be stupid if I said Hyundai? But it's an 18x7.5 ET49. What a wildly wide wheel. Like, I don't... No, that... Oh, what cars had stupid wide offsets? It's not a Corvette because it's 18x7.5. It could be ET49. 5x114.3, probably around 250 horsepower. Refresh model bumper wing from a sister brand. DSM's talking sister brands, okay? I'm gonna say, dare I say, an Eclipse? Is it an Eclipse? Is it an Eclipse? What is it? I have to get half a point. There's gotta be half a point here. It's a 1995 Eagle Talon TSI front-wheel drive with full Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX exterior panels. 27 previous owners. This is a car that is a thing, and it moves with its power, and it does the thing. I get half a point. I'm totally keeping that. So Salvare says he's gonna have fun with this one. He bought this thing for 4,000 pounds. And the most proud mod he has in an LS3 engine swap that he did himself. It's got Workmeister M1s, 18 by 9.5, negative 21, which by the way, if you guys aren't guessing along with this, you definitely should be because this is a monsterly confusing series. 18 by 11, negative 32 in the rear, 5 by 100 bolt pattern with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's and Cup 2s. 5 by 100. What runs a 5 by 100 bolt pattern? Only silly dumb cars do that. It's got 450 horsepower. It's got an LS3 engine swap. A Nissan. A Nissan. It's a Nissan. It's a 240. It's a Nissan. It's not a goddamn Nissan, you idiot. Oh, how many times am I gonna get those 86 cars wrong? Oh, you stupid idiot. It is a Toyota GT86. I'm so dumb sometimes. You know, I do smart things sometimes, and I do really dumb things other times. I'm not even gonna talk about what we're at. Okay, Astlis. He bought it in June of 2017 for 20,000 euro. Apparently, I got a lot of shit about that last time. Euro, pounds, blah, 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 pesos, yen, USD, okay? Anyway, it's a fully built engine. It's got all sorts of goodies. ARP, head gasket with rings, ACL, stage 5 head with Cosworth 290-280 cams and an HLA pressure regulator, custom upgraded GTX, Turbo Smart 44mm RG with rebuilt upgraded 5-speed gearbox. It's got a rebuilt TC with, there's so many acronyms, custom intake and exhaust manifolds, custom exhaust. It's got a Bosch Motorsport 2200cc injectors. Those are some big boys. Tane racing suspension, carbon hood, carbon front wings, carbon mirrors, and it's running 779 horsepower on the dyno, and it's running on E85. He didn't tell me his bolt pattern. He didn't tell me anything about the wheels of the car. But if he's in Euroland, this has quite a bit of goodies. I'm trying to find something that would tell me that it's a certain platform. The Manly and the ARPs would maybe signify something, but it's a turbo 5-speed. 5 gears, not 6. So we go back in time. We go to the 90s of Nissan? I'm gonna just guess, because at 779 horsepower, you're pulling pretty good numbers out of a block. I'm gonna go into an R32. Damn, God, shit, ass. It is a 2005 Mitsubishi Lancer 8. What a cool car. 779 horsepower with the dynos. I don't see people building these cars anymore. That's such a sexy ass car. That is wild to me. Right above it, we go from 779 horsepower to UGG posting that he bought this for $4,000 in November 2020. And his most proud mod would be new seat upholstery and carpet, Cobra 4R reps with a 4x108 bolt pattern, Cooper Endeavor 215/60/16s. It's got 90 base horsepower. The wheels rub a little, but it makes the car look that much better. A Mini Cooper? Like an old one? The one of the ugly ones you start Gran Turismo with? Of course not. Of course not. Of course, it's a 1985 Mustang LX convertible in what looks to be MS Paint Blue. How in the fuck do you guys find these cars? Honestly, some of these are wild. Some of these are crazy. I'm gonna do a couple more. CanadianGoalie spent 5,500 CAD in 2009. It's got Enki RPF1, 17x9 squared, plus 22, 5x114.3. It's got 400 wheel horsepower. Engine rebuild, it was semi-planned. The extent of the work wasn't planned, but a rebuild was. It's got Lexan back glass. 17x9 doesn't really help me. The Advan 8008s do though. 17x8 square plus 22s is really common in the rotary world. It's got a single turbo conversion. We're in places. We are somewhere. Single turbo conversion would be Supra FD 300ZX. Sometimes, not really. Lexan back glass. God, I'm going with FD. Single turbo FD because, and the reason is because it's 17x9 plus 22. You don't go 17s on a Supra. You typically stay in that 18 range, and if you go down to 17s or 16s, you usually got people talking about big meaty setups, and they're talking about all the crazy shit that they did to their Supra. This is not that crazy, but it's just enough to know that I think it's a rotary. Got it. 1992 FD3S RX-7. That is a beautiful car. Absolutely stunning. CanadianGoalie. What a car. That looks super duper hot fire. People in this Discord, they got taste, they got class. And we're gonna do one more. One last goal. I'm just gonna go pick a random one. Captain Solo bought the car $34,000 in October of 2020. His favorite mod is a 1500 Cortex Watts Link to replace the pan hard bar. I am setting myself up for failure. He's got a square setup, 19x10 SVE R350 GT350 reps, 400 horsepower on E85. An oil change with 8.5 quarts of 5W50 oil. The worst mod has to be a Cobra jet intake setup. It would have been far more effective to go boosted. It's a Mustang. It's a Mustang. It has to be a Mustang. It's a Mustang 4-cylinder on E85. Please, God. I got the Ford right. No, I got the car wrong. It's a 2012 Boss 302 Laguna Seca. Now, this is why this is important, because when he said E85, I just assumed, like an idiot, that he would just put E85 on the car because it was a 4-cylinder and you would just swap it over to get a little extra juice. I don't know anybody that's thrown E85 at a Boss 302. Very interesting car. I know it's not everyone's taste, especially like domestics and things like that, but I gotta tell you what, guys, you gotta open up your mind. You gotta expand your horizons. You gotta be okay with trying broccoli with cheese, okay? Because every once in a while you grow up and you realize that's a damn good deal. And right now a lot of domestics are really great deals. So if you want to know how I did this good because I don't remember, but I probably didn't win, which means I'm gonna have to do something during the live stream. And of course, if you guys wanna be a part of this series, go check out the Discord, submit your car, follow the damn rules so my mods don't lose more hair than they already do, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alex, AlexMartini with 2 underscores on Instagram, and we will see you later. Adios.